Buddham Sharanam Gacchami Dharmam Sharanam Gacchami Sangham Sharanam Gacchami Dutiyam Api Buddham Sharanam Gacchami Dutiyam Api Dharamam Sharanam Gacchami Dutiyam Api Sangham Sharanam Gacchami Tritiyam Api Buddham Sharanam Gacchami Tritiyam Api Dharamam Sharanam Gacchami Tritiyam Api Sangham Sharanam Gacchami Shasta Bhagavan Tathagato Arhan Sambuddho Vidyacharana Sampanna Sugato Lokavidanuttara Purushadamya Sarthi Shasta Deva Manusyanam Buddho Bhagavan Shri Shakyamuni Namaskaromi Pujayani Sharanam Gacchami Shastai Bhagavan Tathagato Arahan Sambuddho Vidya Charana Sampanna Sugato Lokavidanutara Purushatanya Sarati Shasta Deva Manushyanam Buddho Bhagavan Shri Jin Shakyamuni Namaskaroni Pujayami Sharanam Chagachami Shastai Bhagavan Stathai Gato Araham Samyak Sambuddho Vidya Charana Sampanna Sugato Lokavidanutara Purushatanya Sarati Shasta Deva Manushyanam Buddho Bhagavan Shri Jina Shakyamuni Namaskaroni Pujayami Sharanam Chagachami.
The earth is perfumed with scented water and strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, the 4 continents, sun and moon. Visualizing this as the Buddha realm, I offer it so that all beings may enjoy this perfectly pure realm. I pray that you turn the Dharma chakras of the lesser, greater, and common vehicles in accordance with the thoughts and various intellects of beings.
전주 세배 동바를 지켜서 가셔야지 슈년을 충분히죠. 그봐. 다들 들을지 계속 죽었어. 근데 인도산에 다 전주 세배 동바지 있대. 아니 괜히 동바디 슈년 가셔야지 맞으면 돼. 초나. public 초나는 거 제나 들을지. 제대로 수도 봐 제시한 좀 뭐. 그봐. 제시는 도공공다도 봐 지참을 줘. private audience. 디걸 지참을 줘.
So some people have asked for a bodhisattva vow. So I will do the bodhisattva vow now. And the upasaka vow, 5 precepts, maybe it's something that you don't need to do it in public because there's only a few people who want to do it. Maybe we can do it in a private way sometime in the evening or something like that, as a private audience.
네. 오케이? 오케이. 전주선배 너머디 초감 좀 뭐지에 나네. 파지 준주디 약수면서 송도.
There are many different liturgies through which you do the bodhisattva vow. Among them, it seems the one that is in the Bodhicaya Avatara is the easiest, best.
근데 다 전주 선배 너무 레벨이 양연이야. 전주도 가서 이제 심계 지심을 보고래. 그런 유자라 심계에 다 균제명아 뒤성만 된대 답에 마시 텐데 된대 거네. 단도나 균제를 좀 된대 거는 공방. 야나 다시 냠제를 된대 거는 공방. 가야로 chen 단도나 지심진 탐제리야. 차보다 제와 안다나 진이지셔도 되고 그런다는 거네. 이 심진 탐제 동해를 찬데 디체들 아니베 정상 통들 근데 단 두번인데 심기 개고라래.
So to receive the bodhisattva's vows, first we have to generate the bodhicitta, and to do that we have to think and understand the 7-point instructions of the causes and conditions. For instance, to understand the sentient beings as your mother, and to understand the kindness, or remember the kindness of your mother, and be grateful for that, etc. Or that you feel the equality of myself and the others, or able to, or have this understanding that it's important to exchange the happiness of myself with the suffering of others, and inspired by compassion, a strong compassion that I would really like to work for eliminating all the sufferings of all the beings, and in order to do that I must myself find a way, and thereby I have to attain enlightenment. So these kind of 2 stages that I wish to get rid of the suffering of the beings, and that is the reason why I need to liberate myself first. These kind of understanding and a strong aspiration has to be generated first.
아들이야 이것은 세븐이 심지행이다 로아도 군기에 가서다 동해 가서 되게 동해는 삼바성도 마세베 엔다 버지 주기 심지도 마세베 너기 지현들에 저 삼다면 너기 지된디 디 다지 지신 나자라 써봐 난도네 living 손에 네버 유행이 되게 다들 맞을 니네 후유리아 도나메 부채제 아니마지 자상 신자의 낙제도 잠에 방아래 나다나시 하나 참으로 아주 도시 전부 다는 거래 그래서 뒤에 안가다 지 양아의 내주 니제 내주르셰 자상 뒤에 아주 지상으로 거 체제 근데 집에 다 근데 가서 랑도로 콜로로 근데지 아 내가 그래 다 체제 랑도로 탐제 내 멀리가 지 가서 지샤다 저니베 랑도로 내 멀리가 케베 난 상계 공부도 전혀 버려 근데 제 상담에도 써
And as we think for the benefit of all the sentient beings and the suffering of all the sentient beings, we almost, I think we also have to think about the container of the sentient beings, this world. This world is the container that in which all the sentient beings live, and it has the capacity to provide the necessities for all the sentient beings in this world. So therefore, we need to be aware about the necessity of the environment, and we should be aware that we have been very unaware about the destruction of the environment. For instance, destroying the forests, destroying the environment in a very terrible way, without compassion, without any consideration. So thereby we have wrongly understood what we have to do and what we have to get rid of. We have been very ignorant about that. So therefore, we would like to become more enlightened, and thereby, by getting the enlightenment, we would be able to know what is to do and what is not to do for the benefit of ourselves and others. So this is also one way of thinking.
네, 유산다. 네, 그 전주도 심게. 아니 심게 왜 돈에? 아니 심게보다 지당도 심게 좀 채비나? 안드레 디셈을 지게제 샤샤성래. 안드레 뭐야 양고 가서 그냥 담발렌도를 채비나? 무슨 가서다지. 드레가 뭐배 드레 심게베. 고기냐마 상게버 치기냐. 드레게다 켈레로 담자로 채제. 내가 다시 켈레 탐자를 전주 마도기보다 당금이냐므로 내지 켈레 탐자를 채. 그래서 내지기 돈에 안다. 지 단에 버신 쪽이 아무리야 러브인 선서로 다 내지기 안나가다고 액션 그렇지. 또 쉐비면 또 말해 줘라. 내 비슷한다리 수술로인 누가 되냐라 마도 야지 에 되냐가 사오래. 알아잖아요. 지당하거든. 전주 숨겨야 되고 표준으로 이제 돼 이는 로이 누버도 된 거 하다 개쳐 아니 마다 지 심지한 탐지 거기 조사상에 고마워 거기 심지한 탐지다 네 가서다지 좀 체제 왜 디들이야 상계 왜 나는 왜 가도 인기인 소소 나는 왜 저 공파 가도 인기인 소소 이제 걔네랑 좀 제 야와서 이제 근데 얘네 무슨 무주 의미나 타마정 의미나 하나 하자 이교에 로파에 내주시래 되게 뉴스한 뒤준선 된다 로이 뉴버도 뒤네 딱 가라가서 수수 아 제아입니다.
So this is the way to generate the aspiration. If you just get the aspiration also, that's very good, and that is in a way enough. But to generate the bodhicitta and kind of bodhisattva's vows, then it's not enough to have the aspiration. In order to do that, in order to accomplish that aspiration, we make a commitment to do something. We make a commitment to work till we become totally enlightened. And we would like to work on 6 parameters, for instance, train on 6 parameters, act on 6 parameters. So this is what we call the action bodhisattvas, kind of action bodhicitta. And when we say that also, it is very important to understand that we have to do according to our level of kind of mind's strength.
Courage, okay, I'm sorry.
Our level of attainment, our level of whatever stage we are, the strength of our mind. Because it is very good to generate bodhicitta and take the bodhisattva's vows. But if you don't know how to work at your own level of, or your level of stages or your strength, then it can't be very good, because then you are kind of you feel that you have to do something that you cannot do. So therefore, according to your level, then we work on at our own level. So therefore, when we take the bodhisattva's vows, in a way we are inviting all the sentient beings as a guest to enlightenment. So therefore, it's very important that we accomplish that, not give up that path or that promise. But that promise is done step by step and work step by step. Otherwise, if you just give up, then it's like we are giving up our promise, or we are kind of deceiving the people. And so that's a very bad thing. If we deceive the people, if we give up what we have promised to do or promised to give. So therefore, it's something that we have to work on it, train on it, step by step, but without giving up doing that.
안나지 지리 전주의 셈게에 근데 시에는다 간도나지 지 전주의 셈게와 정이 배면이 안 받고 뭐 수수 좀나 난관리 체제와 용유에 손에 라바도 아니 주베 돈바르지 주스비 돈바르지 미나 안나지 랑이베 니 라와나 안 밤에 왕도 교반해서 내가라야 배 유지면 중요하다. 내지 손에 네 뉴스안에
Generally, if we generate the bodhicitta, there is lots of benefits, there's lots of positive things. It is said that if you generate the bodhicitta, if that has a form, then that form will not be contained in the whole of the space or the sky. And that's how Buddha said. And especially if you generate the action bodhicitta, then even if you are not doing anything, just sleeping or you are completely distracted, even then, that kind of great benefit or great positive deed is always happening.
Tingone peyun di tsum shima yiba. Kuju yevdi severisha. Karasan dang azu tugu namge kajabla simjing kyabe. Simjing kajabla lenyu kyabe. Lenyu kajabla ta anda kasho da chamada niji. Debe girong sama da chamada niji. Niji yudu kyubaro ji niji kyabe yabre. rin주산다 수수익이 된데다 니지 유도 주바 되게 상황을이야 미용주산에 바지랑게 된데다 전주섬디 버지다지 레뉴이 가져리야 참도 인지 섬디 레고하다 레윤주산에 아니지 섬진 탐제를 캡게 하는 소지 섬진 탐제를 캡게 산에다 남게 가져를 섬진 캡수만하시 하다 거기 남과 용도를 캡게或时间这个地方，我所说的现在嘛现在，别让我妈拍里啊，就是这个吧，你去吧，听这个里啊，你去边过，龙过的这个了呀，就是听过的对的，可是别个子，这家中领导里啊，几个别他说的这家常网友的，他这心里就嘛嘞。아메리카 사람으로 지 가시 도시 가시 신비되는 좀 하다 시라신 거. 세주산에 아니 미주 하마고 제제 아니 지 계급 신다들 민코의 뉴스상 호주지 변도 가르쳐다 돼. 라 야나지 미만인도 근데지래요. 그저 고유자. 뭐 우르스 계지 중원스 별이야. 우르스 계지 중도산 어느 곳에다 우르스 사지 야야 알았어. 마음 받아. 뒤로 가르쳐잖아. 미산으로 그랬어. 우르슬래요. 미산으로. 자로 근데 기지 좋았어. 제가 고시다 쓰가면다. 근데 그지 중게 나눌래야. 아주지 하다는데 하 미만 인사. 디설인데 정해져 주면도 인부이네야. 3년은 두스 배바츠에게 남원부디 가르쳐려야 소수에게 다간다지. 간연도지. semje 가사니에서 semje 근데 참내 여러 삼 가서 삼바디 코라 semje에 딱 가서 제거로 되게 레진도 하고하네 최전에 살아다 근데 하고체 뭐 삼다 땅투요 말데 이번에 남원부디 가격이야 이제 semje 켜봐래 제가 되게 상만 난도는데 남원부지 유엔에 손디 디월이야 유에데 semje 상으로 반한 동버선이라도 남원부선은 아주 남남사를 공부도 지고 왔다 간다 반한 동버선 동시티 도리가 좀 매가서 이제 지기다 가격이야 됐습니다 제가 되게 상황로 아주 간이 빈제로 되게 제외도 주베지래 세세 상단지 유산에 뒤에 호나 무슨 호나디 룸보데 니주시네 마시네 못쳐네 맞쳐네 셈데 바지 레디 바지래
So, but this, description of the benefit of bodhicitta is not just words. It has a very deep meaning to understand. By saying that this is, wherever the sky, there is sky. The sky means not only the blue thing, but wherever there is this empty space, all the sky. There are sentient beings, and where are the sentient beings, there are also karma and kleshas, and wherever there is a karma and klesha, their sufferings and therefore need to have compassion and kindness. So therefore, all this is, kind of extended with our compassion, bodhicitta. So the bodhicitta, in a way, kind of covers all the places where there is sentient beings, and that there is sentient beings wherever there is space. So therefore, when you say that the bodhicitta is kind of covering throughout the space, throughout the sentient beings, it's kind of true. In Tibet, for instance, in 19th century and beginning of 20th century, most people did not know much about the different countries of the world. Maybe they heard about America or some very big countries. They even didn't know about Russia. Sometimes, when people talked about Russia or Urusu, it was something became like a prediction that in future there will be some people coming called Urusu or the Russian, and they are so so strange that they eat human beings, things like that. So they thought it was like a like a fairy tale or something like the gods and non-humans, something like that. They didn't know anything in detail about the countries of the world. But at the same time, they had this understanding that wherever this space, the blue sky covered, the blue sky is not just necessarily blue, but wherever that empty space is covered, there are sentient beings. There are sentient beings who need to be loved. And so therefore, all these beings that, once, needs to be freed from the suffering. So my kind of compassion, bodhicitta, is also there. So therefore, although they didn't understand the details of the descriptions of the even countries in this world, they had this understanding of covering the whole sentient beings and the whole throughout the space with a sense of compassion and caring for the beings.
오야. 다들 인도사네. 뒤주제는 되네. 어제도 샘개와 좀 시기야. 뒤자와서는다. 뒤참바서는다. 가지고 있으면 뭐를 왜 이유도 셔는다. 개인주사. 다들 참지디. 가지 남과 남게 가지려야 켜대요. 뒤주제는 되네. 그 손함 남과다 녀버서야 돼. 남과에 치자와서는다. 남과다 녀버서는 우리 사이.
Therefore, when you generate this bodhicitta or then generate this mind, then the love and the compassion is kind of covering wherever the sky covers, wherever the space covers. So therefore, it is understandable to say that when you generate the bodhicitta, then the positive kind of the virtue or the merit of that is kind of as big as the space. It's right to say that. It's understandable to say that.
Yeah, that is the double his and Gamrata, Mamu said the Chakarasta. She again then Tangas that telepa, Legaji.
So maybe there's nothing much to say. If we just talk, our life is just filled with talking. It's just full of talking. And so we should not talk too much. We should just do it. So let us do the bodhicitta.
这张到底之前呢，讲是国的写的，应几个套里啊，就对那什么，但现在的就是其他家们知道，之前的想这说的，之前的国国的啊的没得讲。
That you can understand more easily. Maybe it's better that we do it in English. But since I'm not very prepared, maybe it's less easy for you to understand if I do it in English. I don't know. First, we do it in Tibetan because of my kind of my attachment to Tibet, my ego of Tibet.
And
those who can kneel, please kneel.
Those who can't kneel, then it's okay.
Then put your palms together.
Yeah.
Since we did lots of practices, so we assumed that we have already done the accumulation of positive deeds, merit.
Lama, Gyawa, Sejenam, Dala, Gombara, Zedu, Sol, Chidar, Wengi, Chanju, Nimbur, Chigi, Par, Sange, Namla, Gyapsu, Chi, Chedang, Chanchu, Semba, Ye, Cholang, Teshin, Gyapsu, Chi, Chidar, Wengi, Deshi, Gi, Chanchu, Tune, Geba, Tang, Chanchu, Sembe, Laba, La, Teda, Rimshin, Neva, Dar, Teshin, Jola, Pendun, Tu, Chanchu, Semne, Gegi, Shin, Teshin, Tune, Laba, Lang, Rimba, Shindu, Labra, Gi, Lama, Gyawa, Seje, Nam, Dala, Gombara, Zedu, Su, Chanju, Nimburu, Chigi, Par, Sange, Namla, Gyapsu, Chi, Chedang, Chanju, Semba, Yi, Cholang, Teshin, Gyapsu, Chi, Chidar, Wengi, Deshi, Gi, Chanju, Tune, Geba, Tang, Chanju, Sembe, Laba, La, Teda, Rimshin, Neba, Dar, Teshin, Jola, Pendun, Tu, Chanju, Semne, Gegi, Shin, Teshin, Tune, Laba, Layang, Rimba, Shindu, Labra, Gi. 다 사수모들 사수미 제리야. 그럼 지 자주저도 샘게면 야 샘게 뭐지? 넘어더면 디지를 인지돼야 돼. 무슨 넘어서야는 네가 그렇지. 인지돼야 돼. 양가지 세다가 그러지. 쟤도 쟤는 정말.
So when we finish the third time, then you please, those who want to take the vows, then you think that you have received it. For those who just generate the bodhicitta, you also feel that you have done it. And then when we go through the English next time, it's just to kind of make it more clarified, more strengthened.
Okay. 다들 잘 준비되죠.
This is the third one.
라마,
Lama,
야와,
Jawa,
세제,
Seji,
남,
Nam,
달라,
Dala,
곰벌,
Gombar,
제도,
Zedu,
술,
So,
천주,
Sanju,
님부로,
Nimburu,
시기,
Chiji,
발,
Ar,
상계,
Sanje,
남라,
Namla,
교수,
Kapsu,
치,
Chi,
최다,
Shida,
천주,
Sanju,
센바,
Semba,
이,
I,
소라,
Kola,
대신,
Teji,
교수,
Chapsu,
치,
Chi,
치들,
Chita,
응기,
Wenji,
대시,
Teshi,
기,
Chi,
천주,
Sanju,
토네,
Tuni,
깨바,
Cheva,
강,
Tam,
천주,
Sanju,
센베,
Sembe,
라바,
Laba,
라,
La,
대다,
Teda,
림신,
Rimji,
네바,
Neba,
딸,
Ta,
대신,
Teji,
졸라,
Dola,
펜든,
Pende,
도,
Tu,
천주,
Sanju,
셈리,
Semni,
깨기,
Cheji,
신,
Chi,
대신,
Teji,
돈네,
Tuni,
라바,
Lava,
랑,
La,
림바,
Rimba,
신두,
Jindu,
라바,
Labar,
기,
Ji.
다 마시면 마시면 아디
Now you can sit down.
이나 다 양계지 삼반 당기디 세다 양계지
Now again you kind of clarify that, strengthen that.
이 인지계 돌이야 차지 능연다
We will do one time in English.
I'm quite old, you know. 좀 이제 로나나. Until I reach enlightenment essence,
enlightenment's essence,
I go for refuge
I go for refuge
to the Buddhas,
to the Buddhas,
to the Dharma,
to the Dharma,
and the assembly
and the assembly,
of Bodhisattvas too.
and the Bodhisattvas too.
I go for refuge,
I go for refuge,
just as
just as
the Sugatas
the Sugatas
of the past
of the past
aroused the mind of bodhicitta,
aroused the mind of bodhicitta,
just as they followed,
just as they followed,
step by step, the training of the bodhisattvas.
of the bodhisattvas.
So too shall I, to benefit wanderers, arouse the mind of bodhicitta. So too shall I follow step by step the bodhisattvas training. Okay. Clear, makes clear. I don't know. I hope. 다 돼서 이제 제주섬에 넘어타와 토번 주 가서 이제 예부 삼사. 대야 저 가서 일이야 가와고. 오늘은 다 중소하서 톱소하서 일을 가와고. 이제가 다 가와지. 고양이 야는 들이 다 가와고 미나. 가서 이제 중소선을 셈이야 가와로 쉬어비나. 셈이야 당 오늘은 뒤에가 인상 라는 진행이야 봐서 그 수많은 시 rumbuchi dedo shiyami ta dan de shinari de ji 가서 de ji nyomo ba de ji ji 가서 방제 쇼 de gi 거지 중보 의미네야 근데 이제 rumbuchi 자심 제비 인자 네네 개 말에 상을 최수를 최소야 요소 근데 좋아하기 가와고 되지 않아 계속.
So then we have been very fortunate to receive this bodhisattvas attitude. So therefore we must rejoice. It's like most precious kind of jewel or treasure that we have received. So when we have such a valuable thing, that then, even small things, small problems, small, things happens, or negative things happens with us, negative emotions happens with us, it makes us kind of easy to let go of them. There's small things are there, but still I have this most precious thing. So therefore, it becomes easier to let go and deal with other small negative things. So with that, kind of understanding, we really strongly rejoice, strongly feel the, really the value and rejoice at the bodhicitta that we have generated. And this is very, very important. It's a kind of feeling that now I've got it, now I will do something really concrete. So you just feel like that, so I will read the words by my own.
다시 나가도 디젤이야. 아니 원주 거네. 원주 상상을 시도해야 싶습니다. 도심 검대대다. 라면에 좀 주시해.
So then after we do something from the Ngundu, we cannot do the whole of Ngundu, but we'll do the Vajrasattva practice and then the Guru Yoga from this short book.
디 녜데 투모 메이 병원주 시기 디 조디 샤말 군징아베 감보 구조 야라가 제샤베 원주 시기 명아 디베시딜이야 고루 주지 잠베 디베시 니버리샤.
So this my preliminary of 4 uncommon preliminaries is based on the Ngundu that was composed by the 5th Shamarpa Kunchuk Yenla.
This is the
old text.
Quite old, no? Then that Shinadu Shemo doesn't go dead, Liang.
How many of you have the book? Have this
the
particular
preliminary practice? No. Yeah, just few. 이내야 나도 네 rum치 마슈나 디. 인지토야.
He asked me to read it in English first. The Vajrasattva meditation and recitation practice, which purifies negativity and obscurations, has 2 parts. First, during meditation sessions, recite, above the crown of my head on a lotus moon seat is Guru Vajrasattva, white in color, adorned with ornaments, with 1 face and 2 arms, holding a vajra with his right hand and a bell with his left, and seated in vajra posture. Clearly visualize at Vajrasattva's heart center, a moon disk, upon which sits a home, encircled by the mantra's garland. Due to your supplicating him, a stream of Amrita fills his body and descends from his right big toe, entering the Brahma aperture at the top of your head. All your obscurations and past negative actions embodied in a substance that looks like ink or dark smoke leave your body, as all of your body's parts are filled with Amrita. While doing this visualization, recite Vajrasattva's mantra as many times as you can. Then you recite the Vajrasattva mantra. Then confess your past negative actions and vow not to perform them again by reciting the following. Noble ones who know and see everything, think of us. Since beginning last time, under the power of the three poisons, we have transgressed the three vows and the victor's commands in body, speech, and mind. We admit and confess these downfalls and misdeeds and promise not to do them again. May we not experience their results. Saying this, confess and resolve not to repeat your misdeeds. Vajrasattva says, your misdeeds are purified and is pleased. He melts into light and dissolves into you. Rest in equipoise. Second, between sessions, whatever afflictions or thoughts arise, be mindful of them as soon as they arise. Completely cut through them and rest in freedom from fixation. Whatever sentient beings you see, hear, or think of, especially those who have done terrible misdeeds, visualize Vajrasattva above their heads and recite the 100-syllable mantras.
Okay. 나도 승부되냐. 조다 디버주하냐. 디집다버 체비 체림래. 대야 디집다버 체벌이야. 님부 뚝시 차여 거네. 냠내 체비 있나? 디진 닥습 셔요. 그래서.
So basically the Vajrasattva practice is to purify your negative deeds and your obscurations. And in order to purify your negative deeds and obscurations, if you rely on the four antidotes, the four powers, then it becomes much more strong and much more effective.
나들이야. 땡기 top, 당부 땡기 top, top 시난 당부 땡기 top. 아니 니바디 냐부부도 제베 top. 숨바디 남버 수지베 top. 시바디 냐바데 나 top top 사데.
So the first is the power of support. The second is the power of relying on antidotes. And then third is the power of getting rid of the negative things. And then the fourth is to not repeat, the power of not repeating the